Hey nerds, it's me, Danny. Welcome back to Comics and. Today we are joined by a very special guest that I am so excited about. She's the star of SYFY's latest and one of my current favorite series, Revival. Martha Cypress herself, Miss Romy Weltman. Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. So, Romy Weltman, thank you so much for coming on Comics and. My goodness.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love Revival. I absolutely love it. I love your character, and for a very, very, very specific reason. We'll get into that in a second, but your character is incredibly unique, absolutely one of a kind. But I want to hear from you. Who is Martha Cypress? Like, how would you describe her to someone who's never seen the show and has no idea?
Well, I would say that there's two Martha Cypresses. There's one before Revival Day, and then there's the new Martha Cypress that I would call real M, like real M. But M before Revival Day was a very shy, awkward, fragile, sheltered young woman who honestly was really doubted and just made to feel small and made to feel less than what she was capable of. She also does have a bone condition called OI. And also she, because of that, it led her to suffer with addiction as well. So that was all that she was carrying with her before Revival Day, also having lost her mom 2 years prior. So dealing with a lot of heavy internal battles, and not really in a house where she could talk about things so openly and safely. But then after Revival Day, which is the day that the dead come back to life, Martha Cypress finds out that everything that has made her feel small and weak are actually her superpowers. And she starts realizing that she's pretty badass. She
Yeah.
is capable. She's strong both in her mind and with her body, and she's starting to really explore and live life for herself and actually experience things on her own. So that's the Martha we're with now.
Now, speaking of Martha's condition, osteogenesis imperfecta, this is a condition I am intimately familiar with. I myself am physically disabled. I have several orthopedic conditions, some of which are very, very similar to osteo imperfecta. And my closest friend that I actually grew up with in Shriners Hospital for Children, she had osteo imperfecta. She passed away a few years ago. But being able to see a character like M on screen as a superhero, and not just any superhero, but her disability, that thing that felt that we can feel quite often holds us back, becomes her actual superpower. I mean, I in my lifetime as a massive sci-fi and comic book nerd, I've never seen that approach that way before. And so for someone like me, I mean, that was just world expanding. That was just amazing to see it. The way you have portrayed her, the anger, the depression, the second guessing of her own self and her own reality, it's absolutely very well done. So I wanted to ask you, how did you, Romy, approach Martha's OI?
Well, first, I want to start by saying I'm really sorry for your loss, and I appreciate you sharing that all with me because that means the world. And to know that it's resonating with you, then like I got emotional. I don't know, like I really, really, you don't know how much that means to me, and it's something that I took very seriously. I didn't want to take it lightly. I didn't want to take anything about M lightly, but especially her battles. So I did a lot of research. I'm staring at it. I always talk about this little journal, but it's so full of so much research about OI and addiction. I must be honest. I knew about OI, but I didn't have as much knowledge as I did after booking M. And I'm always really grateful when I get to play a role that requires me to learn something because I think us as humans. We don't know everything, and we're ignorant if we think we do. And every day you should try to learn something new. So to get the opportunity to represent a community of people and to play a character who is going through so much, I don't take lightly. And it was just really important to me that I understood. I watched a lot of videos. I did a lot of research. I did the same with mental health as well. That was also important to me, especially with the addiction and depression. I just wanted to make sure that everything was resonating with the people that it needed to. And I also just like that moment of what we're talking about, which is in episode 6, where Em makes that choice where she realizes that her arm is literally breaking and that she can actually just break it and kill somebody. That moment was like, when I read that, everything clicked. And I was like, oh yeah, this is somebody really figuring out what they are capable of. And it's so funny because I think like I have anxiety, and for so long people make you think, oh, so you're anxious. But I'm like, no, actually me being anxious makes me, I think, a better person, because I think a lot more about how people are thinking. I think that the things that people think make us weak are actually what makes us unique and who we are. So I think I just really wanted to make sure that that all showed through it.
Well, you did absolutely beautifully. My dear friend Nicole, she would have absolutely loved the show. She would have absolutely loved that character. I mean, I could hear her in my head, watching you play her. The thing you do with your shoulders, perfect. Absolutely perfect. You have done amazing, and you have created this character with Luke and Aaron that a very small percentage of the population of I mean, women have never gotten to see on screen and experience. So kudos to you. You've done absolutely wonderful with that. And thank you so much, because it's just super cool. She's so badass. Like the using her arm to kill someone. I mean, why not? That's so cool.
I mean, it seems pretty valid to me.
I mean, it's a stabbing thing and you're in the moment.
It's sharp.
Yeah.
It'll definitely do the trick.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But no, I really do appreciate that. And yeah, of course, a lot of it went into the body language too, and how that changes too once she learns and she's learning about
Yes.
herself. And I have said this quite a bit, but I really learned a lot about myself physically through M as well, because I haven't had the opportunity to play a role so physically strong or um strong-minded like that. So I feel like I got to learn a lot about myself too, which was really, really exciting. And I'm very grateful for that experience.
And you're no stranger to the Sci-Fi Channel. You were in Defiance, and fun fact, St. Louis is my hometown. So that was a super exciting show for all of us too. So you've done two things that I'm like, hey, I totally get that.
Oh yeah, Defiance was so much fun. I'll never forget. It was season 1, so I didn't know much about
Mhm.
it yet. And I was in prosthetics. I was getting prosthetics done for 3.5 hours as a minor, so you could only work an 8-hour day.
Right.
You can imagine how crazy that one was, but it was so much fun and such a wonderful first experience on a film set for sure.
Do you have a favorite sci-fi show, or I mean, do you consider yourself a nerd?
I definitely consider myself more of a horror nerd. Like in general, I would go all of like the weird I like things that make you think and have a conversation after. And I
Mhm.
think that horror and sci-fi and supernatural shows do that, because there's no way you can't talk about somebody killing somebody with their bone. Like that
Right.
that does start a conversation after. So I do think that I'm a bit of a nerd. I don't know if I'd classify myself as like super I know everything about sci-fi, but I've actually like on my vision board, I've always wanted to be a lead on a sci-fi series because of my experience on Defiance and because I used to watch Defiance, and
Mhm.
all the older actors on that show were so wonderful. And then 12 Monkeys was really cool.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I dabble. I like Surreal Estate a lot. I'm a big Tim Rozon fan, so
Oh, who isn't?
I love anything that
Hello.
Tim is in, and
Yeah.
yes, such a fan of his. So I love anything sci-fi, or supernatural or just interesting. Yeah, I love everything. I really did though. I've always wanted to be a lead on a sci-fi channel series. Like that really has always been my thing. And especially when Defiance was airing and I was a kid and I was still watching it. Like after the one episode I did was airing, I was like, yeah, That's what I want to do all day. I want to do things where we're in a world that we're not really in, but we are
Yeah.
also. So it sparks conversation and excitement. And then it's also arguably really cool to be on a set where you're getting to see blood and guts and
And
aliens.
Winona Earp and Jag.
Oh my goodness, Winona Earp. Hello. Yes, don't even get me started. Jag. Oh my gosh. Yep. We got it. Some crazy, crazy people on our set. It's awesome. It's crazy.
So what would you say is your favorite part about playing M in Revival?
Ooh. I would say there's two things. One is I am really honored to be a part of a conversation, and I do really appreciate representing the invisible disability community as well. So I think that that's just like that I appreciate so much, especially just I've always been a big advocate for mental health. So getting to play a character that's also surrounding that conversation is very big. Then getting to learn also was just huge for me. And then the second thing would be like it's an actory response, but
Mhm.
I get to play a character who kinda gets to do every genre in one show, and
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that is so rare, like, I get to cry, I get to scream, I get to laugh, I get to well, sometimes I get to laugh in the show. But there are those moments, with Kay and Rhodey sometimes, and even Dana, and there are those moments, and I think there was just every day that I was like, "Oh, as an actor," like, never mind as the human, but, like, as the actor, I feel like I'm being challenged every single day, and I'm doing things that I didn't know that I could do necessarily because I've never really had the opportunity to do them or prove to myself. That's what I mean. Like I felt like M a lot of the time of like, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do this, and it's a nice moment. So I think those are probably my favorite parts of playing M.
I would definitely say that a character like Martha Cypress is definitely gonna make you work the acting muscle
Yes.
a lot. Like, you never know 1 second to the next, like, how she's going to be feeling or how she's going to react.
It's very, very true. Even reading the scripts, I was like, "Where's this one going?"
So, your arm killing moment, was that, like, your favorite moment as Martha?
I don't know. Yes, that's definitely top 5. I would put the scythe in there too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Don't tell Dad.
Um, I'd have to put honestly, I would put some of the Patty stuff in there just because it's, like, very that's
Yes.
like, I think that episode 9 really brought viewers into M's headspace, and, like, that is
Mhm,
what she has been internally battling with for years now, and
mhm.
I think to see her deal with that in front of her face is quite crazy, and then the 2 others I cannot talk about yet, but there are 2 favorite M moments that are coming up this episode.
So, the finale's tomorrow.
Yes.
Are you excited? I mean, I'm just anxious as hell. Like,
Are
I
you?
just yes, I'm super anxious. Like, I really, really is a little driving me crazy, but
No,
I'll be fine. I'll survive it. Is there anything I should expect? Like, what should we be expecting from this finale?
expect the unexpected.
Oh,
That's
pop
really
out.
that's really what I can tell you, though. I would say expect the unexpected. On it, having seen it, I'm like, "Wait, I forgot about that. I forgot." There's a lot. That's what I'll say. I'll say a lot of answers. I always say this, but there's a lot of answers, but a lot of questions. Um, you can expect a lot of answers and some questions, and I would probably say get some tissues ready. I always find like a comfort snack when watching my favorite show is the key, so I always tweet out like, "Go get a comfort snack because you're gonna need it tonight." I would say snack, blanket, friend, tissues.
See, I watch Revival with my boyfriend, and he never likes what I wanna watch, he's not into any of that nerdy stuff at all, but he gets involved in watching Revival, like, he's asking questions, he's put his phone down, he's actually paying attention, so you guys have achieved the unachievable with him, like, he's actually invested.
Oh, I love that. I actually told Luke and Aaron recently, I was like, "Yeah, I haven't seen my mom pick up her phone once during Revival," and my mom she won't even be upset that I said this. She's just always on her phone. She loves it. She's just playing Candy Crush or something like to keep her busy. And I watched her episode 1.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, maybe it's just because it's episode 1. Nope, she has not picked up her phone since. And my boyfriend's just mad that I haven't told him who the killer is yet. He's just annoyed he doesn't know anything. He's like, well, I feel like I have to know, but don't tell me. But also, is it? No, don't tell me. That's the conversation I've had with everyone for the last week. Is it? Actually, no. I was like, I'm not going to tell you anyways. That's the hardest acting I've ever done. Is this last week has been very difficult.
Well, at least we know you can keep a secret. So
That is true.
If you've ever wanted to play anything in the MCU, that's super important. So
Yeah,
Feige, she can keep a secret. I told Aaron also, I said, dude, my boyfriend is not even looking at his phone. Like he's not, and he said, that's what we want. That's our goal to get people to put the phone down.
Because that's also why we're watching TV. Like, it's so funny.
Right.
We're watching, or at least I don't want to say we, but like I'm personally watching for an escape usually. Like I want an escape from reality and
right.
that thing that I'm constantly holding all the time and staring at, but you can't help but look at it.
Yeah, I know.
A good show. The best thing about Revival, in my opinion, is like, well, not the best thing, but one of the best things is that you can't look at your phone. You don't have time. Like,
No.
if you look at your phone, you're going to miss 3 very important things in that one moment. So if you're really invested in the story and the mystery aspects of it, there's just no time for your phone. That's how I always feel. Even when I'm watching it, I can't pick up my phone. When I'm watching most sci-fi shows, I find I can't really pick up my phone because of that. I think everything's a bit of a hint. I'm also like the type of person that's like, I've been watching and been like, who would I think it is? I'm giving myself way too much credit, by the way. I'm like, oh, I would figure. No, I wouldn't. I would not figure it out. I can tell you that.
I'm a comic nerd. I always have been. That's like my thing. And I know that the series is based on the Image comics. Did you read any of those when you were preparing, or just for funsies, or at all?
Yeah, so I read them as we started filming. It was a very quick turnaround for me in terms of like finding out that I got the part and getting the material and going. So it was kind of one of those things of like, I'm going to read the scripts before I even look at this comic. Because I knew that I would feel a bit of pressure, to be fully transparent, playing a character from an adaptation of something that people really like already. And I didn't want to get in my head about comparing myself to the comic. So I actually think that was kind of a blessing in disguise for me. Plus, then when we started filming, I'm staring at all my Revival stuff right in front of me. I would not flip my camera around though, because my desk is a mess.
Oh, but, preach to the converted over here. I'm serious.
It's actually scary to look at.
This is bad. This is bad. This is the only section of this room that is put together.
Yeah, you're in a corner for a reason.
You put me in a corner now.
Oh yeah. I'm in the corner for a reason. I should say that actually. But so sorry. But I read them while we were filming, and I actually really enjoyed that because I found that I got to learn about the story while I was learning about the story. And I kind of got to see all the similarities at the same time too. Like reading the pilot than reading the first issue. It's crazy. I was
practically identical, except it's raspberry cream donuts instead of chocolate frosted.
Yeah, so which would you choose?
Raspberry.
Yeah. This is where you lost me.
I'm so sorry, but I love fruit.
You know what? I actually really like fruit too. I'm with you on that. But
I have an orchard. Fruit. Like I have raspberry, blackberry, blueberry, strawberry, grapes, lemon, orange, and an avocado. But yeah, and then I have vegetables too. So yeah, I just go in my backyard. Saves so much money.
It's also probably 10 times better.
Oh yeah,
probably tastes incredible.
So much. Yeah, I'm pretty good at growing stuff.
Wow. No, that's actually really cool. That's actually I would love to do something like that one day when I hopefully have a home.
Ever need tips?
Yeah, I will definitely follow up. Nell, who Winona Earp Dana, she's really one with nature. She always does cool things.
See,
stuff.
I need her to complete my set. I have you, Aaron, and Luke. I need Melanie too. Don't think I haven't been like tweeting like, "Hey, Melanie, want some
She's
chocolate
the
frosted
best.
donuts?"
Oh, I love her so much.
Is there anything else you want to say to the fans, to anyone you hope to make fans? Is there anything that you want to throw out there?
I just want to say, because it's coming to a bit of an end, but not an end. It's the opening. It's just the end of the beginning. But I do want to
Mhm.
first just actually thank everyone, especially like you, Danny, like people that really watch and care and see the love and the effort and everything that we put into it, because it is our blood, sweat, and tears. It really is. And to see that it's resonating with people is like, I can't believe that. I know I believe it, but I just, to be a part of it is a whole other thing to process on my end, and then to see people watching and it registering with them, just thank you. That's what I have to say, is thank you for watching, and thank you for caring, and thank you for being a part of our family. Um, and then for people, come join our family, because we are so much fun and we are so lovable, I think, and we have X parties, and we just love the viewers so much. And you could stream it on Peacock or Crave or Binge, and you should be watching and rewatching on SYFY every week if you want to see more. And to get us that season 2, just keep watching and keep supporting, because I think that's what we really want and need right now.
So, what are our hopes for season 2? Like, is there hope?
I think so.
Yeah,
Right?
I think
Right?
so. I mean,
There's
I
gotta be
definitely think
hope.
so, but I just want confirmation. That's
I
all I'm
mean,
saying.
like, if it were up to me, we'd be filming right now. That's the truth.
Do you hear us, Sci-Fi Channel? Do you hear us? NBC? Season
So
2.
fingers crossed. That would be really, really awesome. So the best thing that I think we can do to get that is just to keep supporting and keep showing the love, and don't let it stop just because our weekly episodes are stopping. Keep binging. And also, it's a great, like, yes, I'm going to say that I've gone back and rewatched the show that I'm in, which is embarrassing, but it's a really good rewatch, because
It is.
you start picking things up, especially after you watch episode 10. I really do encourage you to go back to the beginning and try to figure out all the little Easter eggs, because it's going to take a couple. I mean, Luke and Aaron wanted it to be rewatchable, and so that people could go back and find these clues, and they're brilliant. And our writers team is just, I don't know how I was working with these creative geniuses, but I had the pleasure of doing it. And I think that you should really go and watch their stuff and support them too, because everyone really cares. Everyone part of Revival cares. And I think that's the best thing.
I can absolutely confirm that the rewatchability of Revival is absolutely through the roof. I've watched every episode several times. I've watched episode 9 probably 5 times. Well, maybe 6, because I wanted it to be fresh when we talked today, so I just finished it when you popped on. So I've watched it several times. The rewatchability is definitely great. You are phenomenal as Martha Cypress, and I expect amazing things from you in the future. I'm so absolutely impressed. You've done an amazing job. I'm so grateful that you came on my little bitty show today. And everyone needs to watch all of Revival so you are prepared, if you can possibly ever be prepared, for the finale, which comes tomorrow, Thursday, at 10/9 Central on SYFY,
Yep.
Crave, Peacock, basically
Yes.
anything NBC owns. So go do
Peacock will
that.
be the week after.
Oh, that's
So
right. I
So if you're
discovered
watching
that.
on Peacock, stay off social media for a week would be my suggestion. No, but you can watch on SYFY as well, and Peacock uploads a week later, and that's just going to be more confirmation for you to go back in a week and watch it again on a different service.
And again, and again, and again. Let's get those numbers up, man.
And like maybe one more time after that too.
And again. So
Why not?
well, Romy, thank you so much for joining me today. I really
Thank you so
appreciate
much,
this.
Danny. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your support so much more than you know. Thank you.
Anytime. It's a great show. If you ever want to come back on and talk more Revival or any other sci-fi show, you have an open invitation. Anytime.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I would love that.
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!